and detonate the target.
I tried to assassinate him, it didn't work.
Search and destroy. Set up security around the objective. Enemy planted at Alpha. Enemy bomb is still active. Move to defuse. Move fast. Disarmed. Won that round. Get ready for the next one. Search and destroy. One for one. Pass the charge on the target and level it. Setting device on Bravo. Right in place. Countdown started. Our device was disarmed. Round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switches on. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective.
Whoa, how am I not done?
Enemy planted at Bravo.
They're both bridge. Gotta be. No, never mind.
It's down to you. We lost that round. Prepare for the next one. Search and destroy. Move in and detonate the target. You've secured the device. Setting device on Alpha. Stand by. around the objectives.
Send him to spawn.
Finish the mission. Final minute. Enemy bomb at Alpha.
Oh, yeah.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Just throws a fucking stun at himself, apparently.
Then.
Two sides. Search and
Oh
destroy.
my god. I hate playing shit skins.
Go plan B.
141. Pass a charge on the target and level it. We've got the bomb.
One's back there.
Round secure. On to the next. Two sides. Search and destroy. Keep the enemy off the objective. The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Search and destroy.
Baby.
Set up security around the objective. One minute remaining. On target. Solid work. We've secured the field. Mission accomplished.
Rachi.
Yeah, I know. I just can't fucking find it with how many fucking maps there are on this game.
You can't watch what you're fucking talking to.
Shut up talking to your mouth, pussy.
Shove my fucking foot in yours.
You can't even get
I'm going
it
top.
out.
Search and
You'd be
destroy.
surprised.
Nah, I
Plant a
wouldn't.
charge on the target and level it. Secure
Ask
the
Mama.
device.
She said no.
That was last year. I learned new things. Why you trying to shoot me straight in the
Oh
fuck?
my god, you are terrible.
1 minute remaining.
It's top church.
Up.
Yeah.
Won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Set a defensive perimeter around the objectives.
Both going B for mid. Just seeing that both are dumbasses. B side, B side, B side. That's A side.
Final minute.
He's not terrible.
Seconds remain. Ten seconds remaining.
Here we go, hey. No way.
Where he went.
No, there's no way he went there.
Ground secure. On
He could have, but he didn't have enough time.
switching sides. Search and destroy. Target objectives need to be detonated. Play it smart. You've got the bomb.
Other one's top. The other one's the top. Top AC. Could be top church now.
It's bottom church. What the fuck is that kid doing?
One minute remaining. Won that round. Get ready for the next one.
The worst players on mine.
No, literally.
Switching sides. Search and destroy. Defend the objectives from hostile forces.
Oh, stop.
Only you remain.
Ow.
Finish the mission.
Yeah, fuck.
Gone. Alright, I'm finally
No.
gone.
You lost that round. Prepare for the next
Finally
one.
done with my time.
You're slow ass eater.
Switching sides.
Yeah, bro, it's not like I just didn't eat a lot of food.
You're like 4 tacos.
And corn off the cob, like all that shit, bro. Like, psh, it was just retarded.
Plant a charge on the target and
You act like you're eating that shit faster than me. Like, get out of here.
load the device.
I'm eating and playing the game. Like,
The mileage. You didn't even fucking play the game while you ate half of it.
what do you mean? I just
You
ate
ate
the whole thing while I was playing,
you ate
idiot.
like 3 fucking tacos before the
Fucking
fucking
idiot.
match.
Well, I only ate
What are you
one,
talking
dumb
about?
fucking idiot.
Yeah, and it took you 10 years to do
You're
that.
always wrong, bro. That's just crazy.
Took you
Just
10
a
minutes
fucking,
to eat
you're a
one
fucking
taco.
idiot rat. One's in fire, I'm running them down.
1 minute remaining. It's down to
Bottom
you.
fire.
Finish the mission.
Let's see if Philly come on B2, bro. Like,
No, I'm not.
what would that attitude turn on?
30 seconds left.
Almost let him get away.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one.
Oh, these motherfuckers are terrible.
Search and destroy.
I'm losing.
Set a defensive perimeter around the objective. Final minute. Round secure. On to the next.
Let's read this actually. Day 3 of the Modern Warfare 4 Early Access Beta is here. We got a new 66 map, plenty of weapon balance updates, auto-tuning, bug fixes, and more. It's been an exciting start to beta, and we're
I
going
love
to
playing
share some
Kyle with my
insights and
dog, Philly,
conversations we're
bro.
seeing in the
What'd you
community.
say?
First up, spawns. The beta is critical for testing multiplayer spawns because it allows us to find patterns across
Hey,
the
good
Target
talk.
objectives
volume
need
of
to be
matches.
detonated.
Based on what we're seeing, we need to improve. We're focused on refining spawn placements and logic across all maps and modes. This work is ongoing, and we'll share more as we get closer to launch. Time to kill remains a focus as we are identifying weapons that are killing too fast and adjusting based on feedback and in-game data. Yeah, that's a dub. That's a super dub. That's a super dub. Yo, Aiden coming in with the 10 gifted to start the fucking stream. Hell yes, Aiden. Thank you so much, brother. Good to see you. Happy Sunday, Aiden. You up to 50?
And I thought you'd kill me too
And Testifies, I've been with you on
fast.
for 3 months.
Too fast, too
Yeah,
clean for your
definitely a big dub.
now.
Almost as big of a dub as Aiden's 10. That's a dub.
Too
Time
fast,
to
too
kill being
clean for your
from
now.
Focus. That's big. This is big. Additionally, we are adjusting several attachments to make them more viable. We removed penalties from some optics and underbarrels. Many cons were also displayed incorrectly in the menu, and we've corrected the descriptions to reflect accurate behavior. In the future, this will be even clearer with advanced weapon stats in Gunsmith coming at launch. We also have a new map and mode coming in and a new playlist coming later today. Okay, dub. Seems like they care a little. That's a plus, right? That's a dub.
Planting in Bravo.
Content maps. Okay, the new map Lotus. Is that out yet? I don't know if that's out yet.
I was thinking in my head, I won't let you die, friend.
Gunfight. This is definitely in the game. Let's see it. And then train 24/7. Wait, I see both of these. So maybe this is.
Can we play somebody that actually knows what they're
General
doing?
firing range, adjusted lighting and brightness in the firing range, improved visibility. Installation improved. Installation process. Okay. Kill streak. Attack helicopter. Oh my god, this thing is a fucking juggernaut. This thing's a juggernaut. This is a dub. Almost half the HP gone because this thing is killing way too many people.
Search and destroy.
Weapon adjustments.
Defend the objectives from hostile forces. The mission is complete.
We're Sardine. Sardine, boys.
Yeah, y'all better leave, man. Wait, APOC. There's a 2v2 no golds on Black Ops 2. You heard me? We can go get shit on it.
Hi, I'm Eric Voss, and
Fucking
Avengers
no.
Endgame celebrating
Alright.
opening day of ticket sales with a new trailer.
10 cred,
just
best
one
of
more
3?
Special look
Oh, is
that
it a 10 cred?
somehow reveals more.
Wait, is it a best of 3? Oh yeah, get fucked.
It's a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm not playing that shit.
It's a lot of BO2 just to get clapped by some idiots.
Yeah, I'm not playing that shit.
From the movie than the past full-length trailers combined.
I do. Me too.
Yeah,
I just
I
want a
don't.
cigarette.
The directors warned us that this promo footage could be CGI trickery to keep us guessing. So as I break down this trailer frame by frame for all the details that you might have missed, I'm gonna be on high alert for the stuff that might be faked. You're not fooling us this time, Russos. Spoiler warning in case I accidentally predict anything right and ruin your life. Let's get started.
If we do this, we'd be going in short-handed.
Yeah, you mean because he killed all our friends?
We owe this to everyone who's not in this room to try.
Okay, this trailer opens with an exterior shot of Avengers HQ. This is the same gate that Scott Lang showed up at in security camera footage in the first Endgame trailer. This could be that moment he arrives, having recently escaped from the quantum realm somehow. And let's not forget, that footage was labeled archive, suggesting that we could be looking at some kind of timeline meddling. Inside, Bruce Banner and the other Avengers debate taking another shot at Thanos in the aftermath of the snap. Now, in other videos, I've suggested that the first act of Endgame could feature some rushed payback attempt, outflanked by the Avengers that could actually make their situation a lot worse. Another failure to further humiliate them. By we'd be going in short-handed, Banner could be implying that in addition to half their fighters, he's also still experiencing Hulk performance anxiety. Bringing up the question, when will the Hulk come back? Could he be in semi-intelligent Professor Hulk form? Let me know in the comments below what you think the trigger moment will be. Meanwhile, Thor carbs up with a bowl of what looks like King's Hawaiian sweet rolls and a can of beer, zooming in hands on that bad boy. And you can see it's an Athena from the Creature Comforts Brewery in Athens, Georgia, not far from the Atlanta Pinewood Studios lot where these movies are filmed. I imagine a lot of the actors and crew people like drinking from this local brewery. I just hope this whole Sobfest ends with Thor shotgunning the beer, crushing it, and shouting another. There's also a shot of Natasha moping in the rain, and judging from the official Black Widow hair clock, it's looking mostly red, with the blonde being flushed out of the tips, suggesting that this is after other events when her hair is shorter and blonder, meaning this moping could be after some early loss. And our other hair clock is the rug on Cap's face, and in the shot of him at the mirror, he appears to have just shaved the rug, meaning that this could be even earlier, before some Act 1 mission. Let's move on.
It's not about how much we lost. It's about how much we have left. We're the Avengers. We gotta finish this.
Okay, a quick shot of the Quinjet over Tokyo that we've seen before. This is probably Natasha going to Japan to find Hawkeye. Then a shot of Rocket holding Nebula's hand, showing that a waste of parts can feel. They're on the ramp at the Benatar, and judging from the shot of Pepper hugging Tony, this could be the moment that Tony and Nebula return to Earth. They could be what Cap, Natasha, Banner, and Rhodey and digitally removed character were looking up at on the lawn. Digitally removed character or just Drax, standing very still. Karen Gillan hinted months ago that she would have a new BFF in Endgame, and it looks like Rocket is her new shoulder to cry on. It's especially sad when you consider that this is a moment when the two surviving Guardians of the Galaxy learned about the casualties on the other side. Like Nebula is realizing Groot has dusted, and Rocket is realizing Quill, Gamora, Mantis, and Drax are all gone. These two aren't really known for physical affection, but Rocket's heartbreak leads him to reach out in a very similar way that Drax reached out to console him at the end of the first Guardians. Then there's a shot of Iron Man and his new Mark 85 armor. It's thicker, and its shoulders, arms, and legs are gold colored, similar to Iron Man's throwback classic armor in the Silver Age comics. But I'm more curious about the context of this scene. Iron Man is flying high enough that he's probably up near Avengers Tower. Also, the background of New York looks bright, relatively normal. A definite contrast with the dreary apocalyptic Manhattan that we saw in past trailers is covered in the dust of Mets fans. There's also the fact that Iron Man's armor is the Mark 85. Like the last suit we saw was the Mark 50, the sleek nanotech suit that he wore in Infinity War. So why is Tony iPhone Xing us? To me, this brings me back to the timeline meddling theory, suggesting that the Avengers will use some quantum technology maybe to change the timeline and revisit past MCU moments, like the Battle of New York in the first Avengers movie. So we could be seeing Stark reliving his moment with Selvig and Loki at the top of Avengers Tower in that battle. But another angle on this theory is that the Avengers could already be in a time loop established by Doctor Strange, one that will require them to lose up to over 14 million times until they figure out the one sequence of history in which they beat Thanos. This could justify the movie's 3-hour runtime and why Tony would have burned through so many generations of Iron Man armor. I like this theory. I think I'll go into it more in a future video. There's also a shot of Clint Barton, Hawkeye. His arm is now covered with the sleeve tattoo. And let's zoom in enhance on this fine print. You can definitely make out a skull inside Japanese warrior. This reflects Clint's new role as Ronin, the Japanese lone warrior from the Marvel comics. The skull could symbolize how he's dead inside, perhaps from seeing his party of 5 dust down into a party of 1. During this footage, we hear the voice of Tony Stark.
We're the Avengers. We gotta finish this.
Now, audio in general in trailers is almost always manipulated, dubbed in from other scenes. But Tony's words here sound especially familiar. That's because his "We're the Avengers" is actually the exact audio lifted from his line in Avengers Age of Ultron.
We're the Avengers. We're the Avengers.
And this was an especially significant moment to call back to, because listen to the full clip.
We're the Avengers. We can bust arms dealers all the live long day, but that up there, that's the end game.
Going on
That's
here?
right, this was the first time the word endgame came up, as Stark warned about cosmic threats like Thanos. Also,
Yo, did y'all get
tell me that
slapped?
the German version of this trailer features Tony saying a different line in the scene. I told you we would lose, but you said we would do that together, which would also be a callback to
Yo,
the
did y'all
final
get
exchange
slapped?
of the same scene in Ultron.
We'll lose. And we'll do that together too.
Now, I know the Russos admitted to using footage and audio from past films for these trailers, but I have a feeling that this Age of Ultron moment wasn't a coincidence. But I will also dig in this more in that other video. There's a shot of Natasha, followed by a new angle of Thor summoning Stormbreaker past an unflinching Captain Marvel, doesn't even blink, and then this solemn group shot of the survivors in Avengers HQ. They're all together, Hawkeye, Rhodey, Stark, Cap, Nebula, Rocket, Scott Lang, and Natasha. But I gotta say, this shot just looks really posed to me. Everyone's standing, facing the same direction, with the same bland look on their faces, like they're the goddamn Backstreet Boys. Now sure, they could be facing other characters not in this angle, like Thor and Captain Marvel, just standing on the other side of the room maybe. Or maybe this is from the end of the movie and all the dusted are fading back into the timeline. Like notice how Natasha is holding her shoulder like she's sore or wounded, like after a fight. But yeah, my instinct is telling me that this whole lineup could just be the endgame equivalent of that whole group jog from the Infinity War trailer that ended up not being in the movie. But let's move on to the next clip.
You trust me?
I do. You could not live with your own failure.
Okay, let's dig into Aladdin and Jasmine here. Stark and Cap appear to be in New York, maybe even the Battle of It. You can see emergency lights in the background, and as sweet as it is to see these two frenemies finally shake hands and make up, something definitely seems off about it and I'm about to throw up all over it. Look at Cap. He appears to be wearing his dark blue torn suit that he had in Infinity War, which would be a little odd because in other shots, Cap wears his Winter Soldier stealth suit. Also another suit that looks a bit new, maybe a bit retro. Now some are saying the shot of the handshake could be a different character, but I think we're just seeing a different Cap. And this could be some of that CGI trickery that the Russos were talking about. Just look at his suit again. It looks a bit off. The scales are kind of different. The surfaces are smoother, a bit more rubbery. And that strap buckle could be a feature on a Ready Player One avatar. Maybe Marvel's VFX artist painted this Infinity War era suit over a different Cap suit. And if we are talking timeline meddling, Stark could be talking to a younger Captain America, who, remember, did have a much brighter suit during the Battle of New York. Stark could be trying to convince him to trust this much older Tony Stark to help this old man grab both the Tesseract and Loki's scepter, because this old crazy Stark from the future is babbling on how they're actually Infinity Stones and he needs to erase them from history. Come on, you trust me, right? I do. But there's actually another possible clue of this whole theory in the next shot, showing the Benatar jumping into light speed. Now you can barely make out a few Hi, I'm Eric Voss, and Avengers Endgame's marketing strategy seems to be to reveal as little as possible. And I get it. You got psychos like me on YouTube analyzing Mark Ruffalo's pupil dilation. That's his secret. He's always blabbing. The main thing missing from the limited footage that we've seen is the subject that's really been the focus of our Endgame speculation. What the Endgame itself will be. The epic comeback strategy for the Avengers. But I think that focus on the victory drive has caused us to overlook the very real possibility that as bad as things are currently for the Avengers, they could still get way worse. And if you pay close attention to these trailers and clues from the filmmakers, it's actually starting to look likely that the Avengers will fail again. Spoiler warning in case this theory or anything else I say ends up being right and ruins your life. Okay, this question first entered my mind when we began noticing some inconsistencies in the Endgame footage. The recent trailer, the post-credit scene after Captain Marvel, specifically characters like Cap and Natasha. Cap appears in both clean-shaven and bearded varieties, and Nat's hair appears in the short blonde cut that she had in Infinity War, a longer blonde braid, undone with her natural red flushing out the blonde, and that longer red tied in a new braid. Of course, there's always a possibility of time travel or multiverse hopping around. But the simplest explanation to me is that these events of Endgame will take place over a long period of time. Like, not simply opening title card 6 months later, but some events taking place shortly after Thanos' snap, and other story events that take place much later. Avengers Endgame is rumored to be 3 hours long. That's a lot of story. So I think we can expect that this plot will have to be structured in phases, much like it was in past Russo brothers Marcus McFeely movies, Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity War, with opening setbacks, shifting tactics, and twists. And when it comes to the opening act of Endgame, the screenwriter hinted that the first act would, quote, come from a darker place. And Marvel head Kevin Feige has suggested that the marketing for the film would only show the first 15 minutes of the movie, roughly. Combine those clues with the fact that the Endgame trailers do reveal some shots of characters in some kind of battle. Cap tightening its shield and gritting his teeth. Nebula, Rocket, and War Machine appear to be in a similar setting. If we take Kevin Feige at his word, and if this isn't the major late in the movie climax of Endgame, then this could be early in the film. And it'd be kind of surprising to see something this dramatic that early in the film, wouldn't it? Feige also revealed recently that the original idea was to feature the snap not at the end of Infinity War, but in the first act of Endgame. Of course, they ended up making a snap a cliffhanger between movies, but I still think they intend on Endgame opening with some major defeat, some darker place that the Avengers still don't emerge victorious from, leaving them in a state of depression for months and months, long enough for Black Widow's hair dye to wash out. So what could Endgame's opening defeat look like? Well, the cast and filmmakers have implied that some characters will feel more restless than others. Scarlett Johansson has said Nat is looking for answers, itching to finish a job. And same thing with Cap, whom we've seen in Endgame trailers refusing to move on. And filmmakers have acknowledged he played a relatively lesser role in Infinity War to set up a more active charge in Endgame. And the first trailer had that particularly desperate line from Cap.
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm gonna do if it doesn't.
And then there's Thor, whom the screenwriters have said is feeling a lot of remorse for not going for the head. Thor was particularly excited to meet Captain Marvel in the recent trailer.
I like this one.
And maybe that's because he sees her as a quick fix, a badass warrior who could potentially break Infinity Stones. So let's go right now. These characters might be more eager than the others to chase down Thanos and give him a thumping, even if it wouldn't really work. I've speculated that these battle shots of Cap could be on Titan II, that new home planet that Thanos settled down in after Infinity War. These Avengers could be avenging by torching Thanos' farm. Oh, I just planted that sorghum. But this rushed vengeance attempt could lead to further humiliation. I'll explain what that could look like in just a second, but before I continue, thanks to Raid Shadow Legends for amazing. Look how crazy the level of detail is on the